We will be getting started here with the actual stream, like anytime guys. I'm just trying to go through and make sure that the Elgato sound capture is working for me for music, and make sure my audio levels are pretty decent at least. And sorry about the echo you guys are probably hearing. That's just my tablet I'm using to monitor the audio right now. Alright guys, we are going to jump over here to the Dirtfish test area just for a minute, just so I can make sure the game audio is loud enough to cover up the music when we're actually in rallies. I just want to try to get everything balanced so I don't have to worry about turning music on and off. I just feel like it's really boring for you guys not having any kind of background music when I'm sitting through all these menus and stuff. So I've been wanting to try to get it worked out, and I finally figured out why Elgato was saying the driver was missing. And as soon as I get this like audio stuff worked out guys, I will go ahead and turn my tablet all the way down so there's no more echo. Believe me, it's really annoying hearing it. I definitely feel for you guys. So I definitely got to bring the game audio down a little bit and bring the commentary up some. That was absolutely terrible there. I could barely hear myself whatsoever over the car. Absolutely terrible there. I could barely hear myself whatsoever over the car. Okay, let's see how that does. Hopefully you guys can start to hear me a little better now. I hope I don't have to turn the game audio down too much more. I bet it's got to kind of look hilarious for you guys seeing my webcam with me kind of just like flopping all over the place while holding my tablet up to my ear trying to make sure I can get a good like listen to the audio. Alright guys, I think I've actually got it pretty well balanced now. You shouldn't really be able to hear the music while I'm driving or anything. And you should be able to hear me pretty well over the car now, I think. If anybody wants to let me know down in the comments how the audio levels are overall, I'd really appreciate on your end. My tablet doesn't have the greatest sound, plus it's kind of noisy with the fans and stuff from my wheel running in here. Ho-ho! Major understeer there. Ah! Tried to look away down at chat to see if anybody had said anything about how the audio levels and quality is, but was not paying attention, just about went straight into those trees. I wonder if there's tire wear in the test area. I've never actually been here long enough to notice if you lose grip over time or not. Oh! Caught traction all of a sudden, just smashed into that. Gotcha, I'll raise it up just a little bit. Like I said, it's really hard to tell on my tablet, especially when I'm trying to listen to the echo that's coming through as well. Oh, I forgot I was at full lock already. We'll try -10. That's usually where I try to run WRC8 Dirt Rally when I stream, so hopefully that'll bring it back up to where it should be. It might have been because I was talking kind of quiet when I was trying to set the mic up and I set it a little too low. Oh, I thought for sure that corner was going the other direction. Alright, that's enough of messing around over here. We're going to jump in and actually try to knock out a weekly challenge here. It's really hard to actually hit the right button with gloves on, especially because my control pad for the Thrustmaster wheel is basically sideways. So up is right, down is left, A is down here, X and Y are way up there. Just really odd layout. Even after like a year now, I'm still really not completely adjusted to it, at least with gloves on. Really hard to feel out where the buttons are at. Because I had my preview shut off for the Elgato software, I didn't realize I had at some point bumped it and turned my webcam back off there, so you guys actually didn't see me fumbling around one-handed holding my tablet. It's definitely difficult to drive that way. Wait, am I going into the right one here? Okay. So we got 9 stages. Wait, I thought it was Poland. There it is. Okay, I was gonna say, I swear there was an R5 Poland one I saw earlier. So we're going to jump in here, try to knock this one out, and just make sure that my bitrate settings all are good still. And I don't have the quality up so high that my computer just face plants on itself and does not want to actually cooperate and basically just stops working and freezes the render. It's a really hard issue I've had to overcome with this laptop. Luckily I should hopefully be able to replace it sometime soon. But it's really been a struggle trying to get settings right for streaming where quality is decent enough, but I'm not dropping frame rate or having weird freezes, or like I said, my computer just can't handle it, freezes up, and then I just really start running into issues and the stream basically is over at that point. Another thing that really holds me back, I feel like, on this laptop is I also am on, like, basically stuck with wireless unless I get an adapter to use Ethernet, which honestly, most of those I'm pretty sure slow it down to where the point you may as well just be on Wi-Fi anyways, especially if you're in the same room with the modem and router. So it's kind of like, what can I really do here? And what's really ridiculous is I actually have amazing upload and download speeds. If I do speed tests on my laptop, it just, when it comes to streaming, I have such trouble. And like, I almost have to drop the quality to half of what I'm recording my videos at. Sorry if I'm a little incoherent, guys. It is very late, and I've been messing around with trying to get the Elgato sound capture software working for a couple hours now.
6 right of a crest, 50. Slow, 6 left, 30, turn, hairpin right, around Bales.
Oh my god, I bombed into that corner. Really gonna have to drop some speed for that.
30. 4 left. 40. To stop. Well done.
I was gonna say, I swear I brought my drink up here. Oh wow, I actually didn't do any damage to it. I thought for sure I at least did a little body damage on that. Oh wait, we need to stick to medium because we are going to be doing quite a few stages, I'm pretty sure, before we hit our service area. I believe we have to do 3 before we'll get our next chance to pit in and do any kind of repairs on this thing. By the way, please let me know if the audio's a little bit better now after that, if I should bring the engine sounds up or down a little bit, or it's all just good. Like I said, I turned my tablet all the way down so you guys wouldn't have to hear that echo anymore, so I have no idea what it sounds like. I wouldn't be able to hear it over my headset anyways.
3, 2, 1, go. 6 right long, opens of a crest, 13, flat right, flat left of a crest, 120. 6 left of a crest, very long, 60. 6 left of a jump, opens long, 80. 6 right of a crest, 50.
That could have gotten really bad for
6 left, 30, turn, hairpin right, around Bales.
Wasn't even a chance at this time. It's all messed up getting around the Bales though.
Opens 30, 4 left, 40, 5 left of a crest, 100, 6 left long, opens of a jump, 50.
Surface like dipped down there and caused me to keep rotating back the other way.
To 6 left of a crest, extra long, opens, 80.
I really feel like I should probably have readjusted my wheel settings so it'd be at like 540 degrees of rotation driving, which is what modern rally cars actually run. So much work trying to get back and forth 900 degrees of rotation.
30, middle of a jump, 180.
Probably should shut up and listen to my co-driver a little bit more too, since I don't really know this stage.
6 right long, opens of crests, 50.
Oh!
4 left long, into 4 right narrow.
This thing has not got very much grip in the rear end of it. It's really easy to kind of weight transfer and cause it to do exactly that right there.
Unseen turn, 1 left.
Keep going. Wow, did I seriously roll that far past this? Oh, I cannot restart either. Did I not actually get to the turn? What is going on? Oh, apparently not. Wow, I probably should just go to bed if that's the case.
200. Right entry, chicane, front right puncher.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guarantee I did something to the car there. I looked away at my tablet because it paused itself and I wanted to make sure chat and everything was still going, and plow straight off course. It's okay, we still have 8 more stages to come back on.
50.
Whoa! I think I'm gonna have to restart my, or unplug and plug my wheel back in. Something is not feeling right in this thing at all.
6 left.
It feels like my brake pedals actually have a calibration. I'm having a really difficult time controlling the left foot.
3 left long. Upwards of a crest. Gravel. 30. Turn 3 left long. 80. Right long. Upwards. 30.
Maybe I'm just expecting this car to have way more grip than what it really does. I don't have a lot of experience driving it, but I swear this thing does better than this.
Of a crest. Upwards. Keep the middle of a jump. To jump into sudden caution. 2 right. Left. 30. 6 right long. 30. 6 left of a jump. Upwards of a jump long. To keep middle of a big jump. 30. 5 left. Into 3 right long.
Oh my god, that sign just about murdered me.
Into 5 left. 50.
I really do not remember this thing oversteering quite this much before. I wonder if there's something I need to go ahead and adjust in the
Extra
tune.
long.
I've drove this car so much though, I can, like lately anyways, doing daily challenge, I can't imagine that's it.
30. 4 right. Into slow. 5 left. And turn 3 right. Opens of a crest. 30. 4 left long.
Okay, maybe it is just me getting tired and I was misjudging corners.
Jumps.
Now it seems to be a lot better.
Keep right of a jump. A tree. And keep left of a big jump. 30. Keep right of a crest.
Oh.
Into 5 left. Into caution. 4 right. Tightens. 3 of a crest.
I thought I was going to be done after that.
Into 6 left
I
long.
thought for sure I was sliding off,
Jump.
doing major damage.
Slow. 6 left long. Opens 20. Turn unseen. Don't cut 1 right. Opens. Tarmac. 50.
I wonder if my brake balance isn't set a little bit too far to the rear and it's causing the car to snap around so fast on me.
1 right. 6 left. 300.
Definitely gonna have to look at that when I hit the service area.
Turn unseen. Square left.
My wheel also loses center because of something really dumb I did to it when I first got it. Trying to recalibrate it to where it would be centered using a Nardi pattern wheel, which, if you guys know, has 2 bolts at the top, side by side instead of a bolt at the top and at the bottom. Kind of like an, almost like a 6-point star pattern, I guess. Would be like a standard, but Nardi is turned like 20 degrees or so. I didn't have the proper hub adapter, so I just manually recentered the wheel, and it did something to it, so whenever I go full lock right, it throws the center off by like probably 10 degrees or so. Saying that though, that's honestly quite a bit. It really will throw you off.
40, 4 left of a crest. 50. 6 right of a crest.
I keep forgetting this thing's only a 5-speed, so the gears are a lot different than the 2000 cc class Skoda.
Upwards of a jump. 50. 4 left long, narrow, and turn 3 right long. Upwards of a crest. Into 5 left long, tightens 4. 50. 6 right. Extra long. Into 6 left.
This thing's like snapping around almost like it's a rear-wheel drive car. This is really
Into
odd.
6 right. Into 5 left. Opens extra long. Into 6 right. Into 6 left. Extra long. 100.
really am starting to think it might be a brake balance issue because I don't really have nearly as much problem as long as I'm not trying to lift the brake. And my headset just shut off so I cannot hear anything. Great timing for that. I probably should have just paused so I could have actually turned it back on, but we've kind of already screwed the stage. Kind of whatever at this point. Okay.
Into 6 right. Into 5 left long. Tightens 4. Slow 6 right long, tightens to stop.
Even for being on medium tires, this thing really does just feel like it does not have nearly the grip I would normally expect out of it. I wonder if it might be the track surface here. Ooh, that's absolutely terrible. I mean, really considering as many wrecks as I had, changing a tire could have been a lot worse, for sure. Really either need to wake up and focus or slow down a little bit so I stop wrecking so much, because the lack of sleep at this point at going on 3 in the morning is definitely starting to get to me a little bit, especially after all the time I just spent trying to get this all working right. It's really kind of a shame you get 0 restarts inside of like the weekly challenges. I feel like at least one would be kind of nice to have, especially if you almost total out your car or something along those lines. Oh, in the rain too. This is not going to be a good stage at all. Especially with how much issues I was already having with traction. This car gets really slippery in rain. That I do know. I was just driving it yesterday, I believe it was, in one of the German stages. And even on tarmac, I was having so much trouble getting the car to hook up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 left.
Wow, uphill like really bogged it down, even though I was giving it quite a bit of throttle.
Opens of a jumps into caution, all right. And 3 left long, tightens 2. 30, 6 right. 30. Flat crest to flat jump. 50, 6 right to a crest long, opens of a jump. Into 6 left. Into slow, turn 3 right, tightens narrow. Into 3 left of a jump, 30.
Oh, was not expecting it to come back that fast. Or turn back that fast, I should say.
6 left.
I thought that was going to be a lot more lazy corner than it was.
Jump, into 6 right. And 4 left long, tightens, 50. Turn unseen, 1 right narrow. Into 5 left of a crest. Into 2 right long, tightens tarmac. 200.
Major understeer right there. I think I might just be taking my corners a little too fast, especially since I'm driving this car. It's extremely quick and short here. Oh no, there's something definitely wrong with suspension. As I feel my wheel, that's really floppy feeling.
200.
Yeah. I cannot get the car to hook. That explains a lot. I don't have any more spares either, so... You know what? We'll just retire. We're going to start up another weekly challenge. Just get a fresh start. Clear my head a little bit. Maybe get up, walk around, and wake myself up some before we actually jump into this one. It's kind of a shame. I really wanted to get through that one, but honestly, I was kind of worried about doing it in that car anyway, just because it is a little bit sketchy of a vehicle even when it does feel like it's driving right, and these stages are so fast through there. And I don't have the best knowledge either on them, so It's kind of a crapshoot how I was going to actually do. While I'm here, though, I do want to reset my wheel just to make sure I'm not having any kind of problems with it. With how many hits I took with the car, it's honestly really hard to say whether it was that causing my issues or if it could actually be my wheel. It does tend to do some weird things sometimes when I've had it on like all day long and I just leave it on the home screen, and I actually did do that after playing a while today, so definitely might have been what caused it. And to test my theory out, because I'm pretty familiar with these cars, we're going to go in the Group A, just do this quick daily challenge here in Spain, where I know I should be able to get at least a decent amount of grip out of the car. Make sure that I'm not crazy and the car actually did feel kind of weird. Even at the, oh my gosh, seriously? Like literally the longest stage in Spain? Okay, at least it's clear weather, so it won't be quite as bad. Actually, is this the longest stage in Spain? I think there's actually one a little bit longer. I'm not positive if it's, I'm thinking of one of the locations in WRC8 or not. There's not many stages really in Dirt Rally that are over the 8K mark, or 8 mile, whichever it is. Honestly, should have probably paid attention there on the screen and I would know. I believe I have it set to miles.
Start 100. 5 right 30. 2 left tightens. Good luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 100, 5 right, 30, 2 left tightens. Into 3 right long, opens 50. Don't cut 6 right, opens of a crest, into flat left 100. Early 4 left, 4 right, extra long, don't cut, opens into 5 left, opens 80.
Oh ho, that rock wall came out of nowhere.
Extra long, into 6 right, keep middle of a 30. 6 right, tightens 4, opens, tightens 5 right.
Oh, got a little skittish on me out there.
Into 5 left long, into 6 right of a crest, into 5 left, extra long, 30.
Well, if there was something weird going on with my wheel, I think plugging it, letting it reset itself did help.
30, 6 right, extra long, tightens, into 4 left long, tightens 3 narrow, into don't cut 4 right, opens 30, 6 left, 150, early 5 left, 100, 3 right tightens, into cut 4 left, into 5 left, small cut over crest, into 6 right long, caution 30, 5 right long, tightens narrow 3, 50, slow 5 left over crest long, into 3 right.
Oh my god.
Into 4
Definitely
left,
should have
cut,
paid attention
into
to that
caution,
slow
6 right,
remark.
2 left long. Something doesn't feel right at the rear. Is it a
I
puncture?
really thought I would be able to get it around there and be okay, but should have really listened to the co-driver on that one.
Into 3 right, very long, tightens.
I think that might actually be like the most time I've ever rolled a car in Dirt Rally 2.0. That was pretty insane, and it actually blacked out before I was done rolling.
30. 6 left. Into 4 right. Opens long. Tightens past junction. 5 left. Opens extra long.
Ooh!
Into 4 right long.
A little sideways there.
50. 6 left long. Opens 100. 5 right. Extra long. Tightens to crest.
Should have stayed in fifth there.
6 left. Extra
Didn't really override it much, but I was like literally right at the limiter.
50, 6 right, 100. 6 right of a crest, slow. Keep left of a crest, 60. Caution, 2 right tightens. Opens 6. Into small cut, 3 left.
I thought
long,
for sure
tightens
I was
right.
not going to make it around that.
70. 4 right long, 30. 2 right. Into 2 left long. Tightens, don't cut. Opens 100. 5 right long. Tightens over crest.
I think I might need to turn my
Into
co-driver
4
calls
left
so they
long.
come in a little bit sooner. It seems like
Into
they're coming
slow,
a
small
little bit
cut,
late.
5 right, 3 left, 2 right, tighten, small cut. Into 6
Oh
left.
my God.
Opens 50, 6 left, keep right of a 30, 1 left, tightens.
Like he's still calling out calls that I'm while I'm spun out. Like okay, and now I'm gonna have to kind of wing it till I get caught back up to where he was calling at.
2 right, small cut. Into 3 left long. Into 2 right, tightens. Into 6 left long, 300. Turn unseen, hairpin left. 50. 2 right long, tightens. Into 2 left, opens 50. 4 left, 30. 3 right. 50. Keep right into 2 left long, tightens late. 30. 5 right. 60. 4 right long, over dip, tightens 3 over crest. Into 5 left over crest. Into 4 right.
Oh,
Extra
God.
long, 30.
Oh God, get some traction. Come on. There's no way I might be able to take this thing out of here. I'm gonna say there's a guardrail right there. There's no possible
Into
way.
5 left of a crest. Into 4 right, extra long, 30. 4 left long. Into cut, 4 right. Into 3 left long, opens of a crest, 70. 5 right long, tightens, 3 long. Into 2 left. 30. 5 right. Into 5 left of a crest long, tightens. Into cut, 4 right. Into 4 left long of a crest. Into cut, 5 right. 4 left. 5 right cut. Into 5 left. Into 4 right. Into 6 left. 6 right. Into 5 left long. Into cut, 6 right. Into 5 left of a crest. 30.
Oh, Kirk.
6 right, extra.
Oh
long,
my
crest,
God.
50. Tight, 4 left tightens. 30. Slow 6 left of a crest into small cut, 3 right. 4 left, cut, 4 right. And 3 left long. 30. Cut, 4 right of a dip. Opens of a crest.
Wow,
into
that's
6
actually
left,
faster
and
than the
small
AI on that
cut, 4
sector.
right.
That's kind of crazy. I thought I was
Left
really
long,
slow through there.
Opens 6 left into 5 right, opens into 3 left tightens. Into 3 right tightens.
Oh, wow.
Into 4 left.
Could
into 3
not
right
find enough
tightens.
traction there.
Into 4 left. Into 4 right long, opens of a crest. Into sudden 4 left. Into 5 right. Into caution, 2 left long. 30. 2 right long. 30.
Yeah, I definitely have got to adjust those co-driver calls to come a little bit sooner. At least with how fast this car is, like, by the time I'm getting the calls, I'm basically at the corner. And there's no way I can actually slow down that quickly for like a 2 right or a 1 right or something like that, like I went off track earlier trying to get. See if that's enough. We might have to actually go just a little bit earlier.
2 left long tightens. 30. 4 right, extra long. Tightens, 3 long tightens. 5 left long, tightens. Into 3 right tightens. Into 5 left long, tightens. Open 6 long. 4 right. Into 3 left tightens. 80.
Barely was able to get it straightened back out
left,
there.
Into 4 right, opens of a bridge, tightens 3 and 6 right, 50. 5 left, extra long, tightens 4, 100. Keep left, into big cut, 5 right of a crest, into caution, keep left of a crest, 3 right tightens, 30. 4 left long, tightens 2, opens, into 6 left, very long, opens of a crest, into 2 right long, opens, tightens 1 right, into 2 left, to crest, 1 left, over finish, into 4 right long, to stop.
It's honestly a little too early to say if that actually really helped or not, but it definitely seemed a lot easier for me, especially being so
Stage
tired.
finished.
Getting
Well
the calls a little bit earlier and having a little more time to prepare and interpret them. Really wasn't expecting any kind of decent finish out of that, not gonna lie at all. Poor Subi. Thing got real smashed up on that stage. Definitely not feeling doing rear-wheel drive H3. What is that, Australia? Yeah, really not trying to do that. Alright, we are going to take a quick break, guys. When we come back, I think we're going to do that other weekly challenge for the R5 cars. And I'm going to see if I can't figure out what was going on with that Skoda. Before we do that, though, like I said, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to close the game down and reopen it because it was literally running in the background all day, and that has caused a weird issue in the force feedback before. So just to kind of eliminate all of the possible issues I could be having, I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to put you guys on the break screen, and after we get loaded back in, I'll see you guys back here. Sorry about the just constant ticking there through the menus, guys. I was just going through after restarting the game, recalibrating my wheel and making sure everything's good there. Like, I can never really be sure if, like, weird issues I feel like I'm having and handling and steering in this game is actually really happening, or if it's just in my head, because the game, quite often when I start it up, defaults to 540 degrees of rotation, but feels really off, and then I have to unplug my wheel, plug it back in, it'll automatically go back to 900. So, like, when I think I feel something's off with the car or the feedback, I normally try to just go through and recalibrate it and possibly restart the game, because for some reason, sometimes Dirt Rally 2.0 does really weird stuff on the console. Hopefully that sorted us out, though, and I'm not just talking crazy talk at this point. I definitely have ran into some very, very odd issues for sure, though, inside of this game with force feedback. Like, it all started really recently after the last update, too, which really is strange. Up till then, I hadn't had any points or problems. It always loaded in with 900 degrees of rotation, never had issues with that. Never really had much of any issues at all with the game other than the force feedback used to be really terrible. It's gotten a lot better, I've got to say, over the last few updates, but still just have weird issues with the actual wheel settings now instead of the force feedback itself. Oh, which one was it? Was it the weekly challenge R5 there? It had to have been, because I think that's the only one left. Yeah, unless we go into the weekly AI challenge. Okay, just wanted to double check, make sure I was not going to go into the wrong one. And I went past it, didn't I? Ooh, this is going to cost me a pretty penny to fix this thing. This is not even remotely a cheap vehicle to repair in this game. Oh yeah, really taking a hit on the bank on that one. Wow, 13 grand for the bodywork on this? That's insane. This is like more expensive than some of the Rally GT cars, I feel like. Like $3,000 for standard repairs to wheel geometry? And just standard repairs, how much is replacing it? Wow. I actually had to replace an engine in one of my other vehicles. I can't remember which one it was now. Like just a few days ago, and it was like 30-some thousand. So that's over $20,000 more to replace the engine in this thing. Which, it is a more modern car, so it kind of makes sense the parts should be a little bit more expensive than some of them. But some of these cars, like especially Group B cars, with how expensive parts would be for them, and how expensive, like, if you took how much, like, the RS200, take that for example, cost to buy one of the homologated ones back when they came out, and, like, did all the conversions to what it would be in modern, like, dollar value, the cost is pretty insane, honestly. It should at least be, like, right on point with an R5 car, if you're, like, talking, like, Group B, or especially Rally GT. Like, those are really expensive vehicles for the most part, even to begin with, or at least, like, moderate mid-range vehicles. Not like, say, like a Skoda or a Volkswagen, where the base car is actually cheap. It's all of the stuff they do to prepare it for rallying that gets really expensive. Say, we need to check our tires out. We're gonna go ahead and leave it on medium. May as well grab my controller so I can get through these tuning menus a little bit easier here. Wow, really? It's at 66. I'm going to leave that alone then. Do want to open the rear diff up just a little bit, and the front as well. We'll bring that down to 16, at least on the braking locks. And then, I was going to say, I feel like third gear is really short, because I always try to downshift from fourth to third and end up over-revving. That looks like it should be pretty decent. It's actually closed in fifth just a little bit, so it's a closer ratio gearbox. And then we will shorten everything up just a little bit. Oh wait, I wanted to lengthen everything, not shorten. Wrong circuit. We'll bring it up just a little bit, so we should still keep about the same top speed. Okay, I had to double check and look at my computer and make sure I actually turned the commentary back on after my break. Now this, I'm not sure where we should go at all with any of the like rebound settings for this car, because this car works right, it's amazing. When it doesn't, it's really hard to tell what exactly the issue is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and soften the rear spring rate just a tiny bit. I really don't think I want to bring the sway bar any softer. So we will come over here and oh wait, that was division. I was like, wait, slow, what is that even talking about? Okay, so we want to soften our bump up on fast bump just a little bit, so when we hit those really fast transitions or when we have to like throw the car into the corner, it's able to just squat a little bit more in that situation and be able to grip up better. And then we will bring our rebound I think we're just going to leave rebound alone. I think we just want to soften the rear up just a tiny bit as far as the bump stiffness goes, so it doesn't break traction so quickly when I'm throwing the car in. I want it to have just a little bit more body roll to it and a little bit more grip in the rear, so I can really just kind of throw the car around, especially since we're going to be in the rain from the sound of things. Once again, guys, hopefully some of that made sense, because I am getting ridiculously tired. I'm not even sure why I'm continuing the stream at this point, because as far as I can tell, all of my audio stuff seems to be working. Bumping up the quality doesn't seem to cause any issues, so I think we're all good. At this point, I'm just kind of punishing myself trying to get through these stages.
4 left long, don't cut logs, slow 80, crest unseen, open hairpin right. 80, over long crest.
Way too late on that.
Gate. 60. Slow, 4 left long, tightens 3, into 1 right tightens. 80 through gate, 4 right of a crest, tightens 3. 150 over dip, 5 left of a crest long. 70. 6 right of a crest and jump. 100 of a jumps.
Oh, that's
left.
a really rough
Opens of
berm
a
here on
crest
the edge.
long. Tightens slow crest. To stop. Well done.
And while we're back here in the going back to the service area, I'm going to go ahead and bring the co-driver calls just a little bit earlier still. Game settings. I used to have them like a little bit late as I was readjusting to like listening to co-driver calls when I first started playing the game again, and I never readjusted it so they would come earlier so I could get like a mental list of what corners are coming up and be prepared for them. Really, you want to be a little bit ahead in rallying, like a corner or two at least, and the way I had it set up, I was basically getting my driver calls right as I was getting up to the corners, especially in the faster cars. See, what do we do to the car? Is it worth repairing it, especially with how expensive it is on this thing? Oh, 700 credits. Screw it, why not? And if anybody's wondering why I'm not even sure the settings actually still restricted to 18 and up for this stream. I just wasn't sure how things were going to go, so I kind of just was preparing for some cursing to be involved in this video. Luckily, most of the audio and everything else is worked out pretty straightforward for me on this. Honestly, really shocked. I was expecting to have a lot more trouble than this. Of course, my initial stream I tried to start like instantly failed. I had the bit rate set way too high. The computer just was like, nope, not happening. Which is insane. My upload is usually like 30-ish megabytes per second when I'm actually uploading a file to 40-ish megabytes a second. And I'm having trouble with a 2 megabyte bit rate for streaming or live streaming videos. The only thing I can think of is just my PC cannot keep up with actually decoding it. So that's what's causing it. Like it doesn't even matter. I have all the internet bandwidth. I just think my computer might have an issue more than anything.
80 through gate, 4 right to the crest, tightens 3.
So slippery here in the rain. The car definitely does feel like it has more grip. It does a little bit more of what I'm wanting to do. The gearing feels a lot better.
70, 6 right to the crest and jump. 100, over jumps, 5 left, opens of a crest long, tightens slow crest, open hairpin right. Opens, and 5 right to the crest. 30, 4
If I'm going to be handbraking into those hairpins, I'm going to have to really try to turn in sooner with how wet the slippery it is. The car just kind of slides out way further than I'm wanting it to, and there's a lot of speed.
Tightens of a crest. 70. 6 left tightens. Into 3 left long through posts.
Oh, I don't know why I'm using a clutch on this car. This is a
80
car.
4 right of a crest long. Opens 80. 3 right of a crest.
Oh my god, that was about it right there.
100. 2 left long tightens. Into 2 right of a crest. 50.
Massive understeer there, even with the handbrake. The car did not want to rotate. Oh my god.
70. Crest. 100. Keep right of a crest. Jump. 50. Keep middle of a crest.
Just walking the car back and forth across the stage. Oh my god, almost went to the pole.
Into 2 right tightens.
Still too late on that one. Of course, that one was pretty nasty downhill.
Left long, tightens of a crest. Keep right of a crest into don't cut to left.
Oh my.
And 4 left.
I am praying we get some dry weather in this next stage. This thing hates the rain so much.
And 6 left of a crest bump. Tightens 5 downhill. 80. 5 left. 100. 6 right and 5 left of a crest. 30. 6 right. 100. Keep middle of a crest. Jump. Into 5 left. 80. Flat crest long. 100. Caution. Unseen. 4 right of a crest. Into 6 left long. Opens 100. 6 left, opens 120. Keep middle of a crest 40. 3 left tightens. Into 6 right. Opens of a crest long. Tightens 5. Tightens. Into 4 left. Into 5 right to the crest. 80.
Oh, just about hopped the car right off the edge.
Into 5 right. Bumps long. Opens of a crest. Over finish.
It's so much scarier and sketchier when you're like starting to get tired playing this, because you start zoning out and really trying to like focus on what's going on, and you kind of like lose sight in your brain that you're actually just playing a sim. And as you're coming around a corner and kind of catch some air and almost go flying off the edge of a cliff, it tends to really startle you. Honestly, for being in the rain, it doesn't seem like that's too terrible of a time at all. I mean, 44 seconds realistically off the leader in Dirt Rally 2.0. And this class of car is not really bad at all, because there's people that actually have setups for these cars and even driving on a controller that are just insanely fast. I guess now that I know everything's okay with the stream, my audio and everything's all working the way I want it to, as well as the music, and it's not making my computer have a stroke having everything going at once, I can really kind of stop worrying about that part of it and really just focus more on the actual driving. As a matter of fact, since chat's not like super active, I'm gonna try moving my tablet down here to the side for a stage and see if not having that distraction down there kind of helps me out a little bit. Because I find myself looking down there constantly and looking over at the left side of the screen at the like sector progress and see how far I actually am like behind or ahead on AI, which doesn't matter in a weekly challenge. We're not racing AI. And that's usually when I tend to make mistakes. Either that or trying to talk while I'm in like really fast-paced technical sections.
Into 5 right to a crest, 80, 4 left, 50, 4 left, tightens of a crest, 80, 5 left, into 2 right long, tightens, into 3 left.
That was all me, but I figured I could throw the car out just a little bit more,
4 right,
and just could not find traction there.
80 over bumps. 4 left long,
You can really feel how slippery the track
into 2
surface
right
is
of a crest long, opens into 4 right of a crest, into slow 3 left long, tightens turn square left unseen, uphill. Keep right of a 50, 5 right of a big crest.
I really
Into 6 left long, tightens
feel like
3,
I could
tightens.
probably do with loosening up the front end just a little bit too, so I get it to bite a little bit more. Especially with the way I tend to drive
Into
usually.
3 left, tightens over crest, into 4 right, into 4 left, into 2 right, tightens, into 4 left, 5 right, 4 left over bump crest, tightens, slow, keep left over 80 past junction, turns.
It's alright, use a little bank there to... Oh, that's not the turn. Oh my god.
Opens over crest into 4 right long, over
I was
crest, into 3
really
left,
trying to get back
opens
on
over
track
crest,
before
into
it
4
went
right
penalized.
long, over crest,
Go figure, I show up through the
into 3
little,
left
like,
over crest, 30,
snake run section there. No issues. Get to the slower, easier section. Completely missed my
into 4
corner.
left long over crest, tightens, 100, bumps, don't cut, 6 left over jump, to keep right over 30, 6 left long, tightens 2, tightens, 30 over crest, bump, 80, 6 left over crest past junction, 40, 6 left over big jump, 80, keep middle of a crest, jump, slow, 30, 6 left into turn, open hairpin right. 50, 5 left over crest, 50,
Just barely managed to get it around there. Oh boy.
into 4
Thought I was going into those rocks.
opens, slow, 30, 4 right
I keep
long,
forgetting I set the
into
screen
hairpin
to
left.
18 it up. I don't know why I'm being super PG about all this. I guess I've kind of like forced myself into the habit.
6 left,
There we go. That was actually a pretty nice slide.
keep middle of a crest, 50, 4 right of a crest, bump, 100, 6 right, 80,
Oh my god, come back. Oh no, I saw that and I knew I was going to roll the car over it.
crest into 5 right long, tightens through
It's okay, it wasn't really a violent wreck at all.
100, turn, tight hairpin right, into 1 left long, opens, 2 long,
Oh, a little too wide. That's the first time I've ever done that on that corner.
4 right, tightens over jump, opens long, tightens jump,
Yeah, I really feel like I'm doing myself more harm than anything running 900 degrees of rotation with these cars. I really wish there was just like an actual setting to change it for your wheel rotation in this game, but there's not. You have to like recalibrate the wheel and just like get it as close to like 540 or 720 as you want it to be. I wonder if it's the same way on PC, because if it is, that's honestly kind of a lame way to do it. They really should have added that feature in by now. Especially because on like WRC8, I like to bounce back and forth between like 720, 540, and 900 depending on the car, just because more modern rally cars have really quick steering ratios as opposed to the really old cars that were super slow. And then like say the Lancia Delta, it's kind of in between, so like a 720 usually fits the way that car drives pretty well, and it's not too snappy or too lazy. There's just like no real convenient, easy way to do it besides recalibrating over and over every time you want to readjust it here in Dirt Rally. As a matter of fact though, let's go ahead and give it a shot just to see how this car drives on 540. So we're going to go to Input, Recalibrate. Okay, so that would be 180. Let's see. So I should only have to take one rotation out, I believe. I honestly cannot remember. See, it's half of 900. Roughly. I swear the 540 should not be there though. Go ahead and try it because it says it's 50%. Actually, we should want to go to like 60% because that should get us right almost exactly at 540, because 50 would be 450 degrees of rotation. Let's try that. And 90 degrees. You can really tell I'm getting tired when I can't even do basic simple math and split fractions down. Or not fractions, percentages. Wow, I am getting retarded at this point. Please nobody take offense at that. I'm really actually trying to break myself out of the habit of saying that. And it's just such a hard thing to do after almost like 20 years probably of using that as a slang term, just joking around and stuff. You know, honestly, I don't know if that changed anything. We're just gonna have to wait and see here. Because normally, even in the menu, when it like defaults itself to 540, opening up the game for the first time, it does have a lock where it'll only go so far. Right now, it feels like I still have full range. Also guys, if anybody knows if there is somewhere in the settings to switch between degrees of rotation just by going to 540, 720, or 900 through like a multi-menu in this game, and I'm just insane and have not seen it even though I've looked multiple times, please let me know in the chat, because that would be so amazing to find out if that's actually a thing in this game.
Right over dip, 80. Good luck.
It's such a basic function of like literally any sim racing game. Even Forza has a menu where you can just adjust rotation, but for some reason we do not have it in Dirt Rally 2.0.
6 left of a crest long, 40. 6 right of a dip, 80. 6 left long of a crest, into 5 right of a crest. And 5 left long, to keep left of a crest, into 5 right. 40. Keep right of a crest, 120. 6 right, very long of a dip, into 4 left of a crest, and keep left of a 260 over crests, to dip.
I think that actually did work to get it to set almost exactly to 540.
60, 6 left, into 5 right of a crest, and 5 left of a dip.
900 degrees of rotation on a full-size deep dish around
30.
on top of just 900 degrees of rotation and rallying. Oh my gosh!
5 right of a crest, into 4
Just,
left long.
it makes the game so unnecessarily difficult. The larger rim, you have to rotate it a little bit more to get from one lock all the way to the other. So running this over what would be probably about an inch and a half, 2 inches smaller if you had an actual rally rim, definitely increases the amount of work you have to do.
And 4 left long through gate.
It also takes quite a bit longer to get from lock to lock.
160 over bumps. Into 6 right of a crest and bump.
Gonna have to just do a little bit of adjusting to it being like this, but it definitely feels much easier to drive the car than it did with 900 degrees.
And 6 left. 30 of a jump into 2 left tightens. And 1 right of a crest. Opens 50. Keep left into 6 right of a crest and 5 left of a crest camber. To keep right of a crest and 4 left long of a dip.
That was all me on that one. I tried to kind of catch the car with the brakes and slow it down and bring it back in. And I gave it just a little too much left foot brake, and I think I locked him up.
Crest and 4 right, very long, tightens 2 through posts. Opens 90.
Oh my god, turn in.
And 5
Definitely gonna
left.
have to do a little work on the front suspension, so it's still a
60.
really nasty understeer.
Middle of a big jump, to bump, keep right over 100 of a crest and gate.
Ooh, that sounded bad.
60, crest into 4 left of a crest, bump, extra long, tighten slow 1.
Oh my sweet Jesus. I keep getting so close to just ending in this car and
Crest and 5
barely managed to keep it on the stage and
50 over
going off in the trees or off the hill.
left of a crest, jump 40. 5 right of a dip, opens 50 over crest, 150 through dip.
I actually had
3 left
mentioned
long,
it, but I really like how the left foot braking feels way more in WRCA. You feel a lot more confident with it than you do here in Dirt Rally 2.0. Feels like it's really kind of unpredictable sometimes.
80, 5 right long, over dip and jump, slow 50, open happy left. 100.
Oh, come on. Even clutch kicking wasn't enough. I'm gonna have to shorten the second gear up just a little bit.
Logs. Keep left over 100.
This first gear is a little short to get around some of those hairpins, and I'm already bogging it off the line in first gear if I don't just flat out floor it up the line.
Right of a jump into slow 1 left
But
long.
it's also, our second gear is also too long apparently to get it around these corners sliding.
5 right of a jump.
Just wants to bog down.
40. 4 right, very long, tightens 3 of a dip. Opens 6 long of a crest, into 1 left. 50 of a crest. 6 right, 6 left of a crest, 40. 5 left of a crest, 50. 6 left of a crest, bump, 80. Jump, 40. Crest and 4 right, opens 60. 4 right, opens 50. 4 left and flat crest, 50. 3 right long of a crest, tightens 2 long.
Oh, come on, come
6
back.
long of a crest.
Oh my god, how did I
Slow
save that?
80, turn unseen happy left.
I just about spun twice there and somehow still managed to bring it back.
6 long of a crest, 30. 5
So
left
you
long
can
of a crest,
really see what I
opens
mean there.
30.
Like first
6
gear I
left of a
could
crest,
not get the car
40.
moving enough to get it around the hairpin. Second gear bogged down, and then once it actually did pick up, I got so much wheel speed I just went flying off the stage.
Keep right to a double crest, into 4 left, tightens very long.
I'm really not the biggest fan of a lot of the 5-speed rally cars here in the game. The 6-speed cars seem like they're much easier to get like a good tuning gear where you can really get power whenever you want it.
40. Keep left of a crest, 40. right of a crest, into 5 right, and 5 left long, to crest, and 3 right long, tightens, 60, downhill, 5 right of a crest, into 4 left, opens, 60, 6 left past logs, 150, double crest and jump.
Super sideways there. I did not think I was going to be able to bring it back.
Into 5 left, into 5 right of a crest, into don't cut 6 left, and 5 right, opens of a crest at 50, crest, and 4 right of a crest, tightens at 30, 4 left of a crest, 30, 3 right of a dip, 100, 4 left.
Oh my god, get on the hill.
Middle of a crest.
I even tried to give it a nice little clutch kick to pull me back up on the road. I just flung it out way too far again.
4 left tightens, 50.
I guess we can kind of look at this as not only a test stream for my stream settings, but kind of get this car tuning where I like it. It's definitely getting closer,
Opens long, 150.
but I really could still use some work on that.
4 right, into 4 left, into 4 right, opens of a crest, 40. 5 right, opens at 100. Bump, 4 right, very long, tightens 1. Opens and tightens. Into 5 left of a crest.
I almost like have too much traction in the back sometimes. It feels like now I can really get the rear end to grab. Fortunately, it's also doing it sometimes when I really want to keep sliding.
3 right tightens narrow.
Get a quick nick fix before the next stage. Wow, I'm actually moving up the ranks a little bit. I really was not expecting that. This has been pretty crappy performance on my part, to be completely honest. Especially after my stream earlier. I finished 403 in the leaderboards in the weekly challenge in the H2 front wheel drives. Okay, at least this is a stage I have some experience with. That's probably another issue I'm really having. Between Poland and Wales, I've probably drove 2, maybe 3 stages in each of those locations more than once or twice. They're not really, like, I've been really getting into Poland more, but like a certain group of those stages I really enjoy doing and I'm trying to like learn more. But besides that, I don't do a lot of them. And I've mentioned it before, having 2 kids and a wife that like works usually in hours when I want to do any kind of video or do any kind of live stream makes it extremely difficult to do like longer stages, longer streams, and that sort of thing. So I can't just like leave them out there for 2 hours because my house will A, be ransacked, and B, they'll probably end up finding something to get into they really should not. So I've got to take constant breaks, go check on them, or the whole time they want to yell and scream in the other room and you can hear them because my mic's so sensitive coming through. So we need to go over here, tune our vehicle a little bit. You know, I'm honestly thinking maybe a little bit more front camber so we can get the car to grip in the corner. Because that's where I'm really struggling. Like, I have a lot of grip turning in, but like midway into the corner, it's like I run out of grip and just start understeering off. So a little bit of camber should help with that. Theoretically, anyways, depending on how the rest of the front suspension's set up. All of this looks really, honestly, pretty decent. And then we went into bring second gear shorter just a little. Actually gonna try to bring first up just a touch, and I'm just gonna launch it really hard and see if that works or if it's just gonna bog it down really bad. Then we'll bring our front bump, our fast bump down by 1. What's our roll bar at in the front on this thing? I actually think I'll leave the spring rate where it is. That's actually should be a pretty good balance, considering this thing is all-wheel drive front engine. And just bring the roll or anti-roll bar in the front down just a little bit so it can get a little bit more roll in the corner and kind of help itself grip up. If you have, especially in rally cars, if you have the front or rear too stiff, you're going to run out of traction really fast. You don't want too much body roll, which in rallying it's not as important not to have body roll. It actually kind of helps you in a lot of corners get grip and traction. But like, you gotta find that right balance, and usually I don't even bother with a lot of the cars, but I like this car so much, I really want to get it driving to the point where I enjoy it as much as the other Skoda, because the other Skoda, just like with complete default setup, feels amazing to me. Did we put fresh tires on? Oh, good thing I checked that. That would have been bad.
Starts 4 right long, opens 60 over bumps, 6 left into 5 right of a crest. Good luck. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 4 right long, opens 60.
Oh, that actually launched really nice. Not much
into 5 right of a crest.
Kind of just hooked and booked out of the hole.
Into 4 left long, tightens 2 over crest through gate to water splash.
Oh, this is such a nasty corner. Did not think I was going to be able to make it around that. I had already screwed myself.
Into don't cut. 1 right, very long, tightens.
Come on, come back. There we go.
Turn, tight happy left. 60. Keep middle of a crest and jump and water splash.
Gearing feels way better for that type of stuff. Still could use just a tiny bit of adjustment, but overall, it feels much better now.
4 left, don't cut to a crest, 50.
Oh, almost turned in too soon on that one. Almost turned around where that little junction was.
Tight happy right, uphill. Into 5 left long, opens to crest.
That first gear is perfect though. Definitely do not want to do anything with that at all.
Opens 30 over bumps to keep right of a jump.
Come back.
2 left long. Opens uphill. Into 6 right. 60. Keep middle of a crest and jump maybe. 170. 6 right of a jump. A turn. 6 right of a crest into slow. 6 left of a crest into 2 right. 100. Down middle.
Oh, too soon. Way too soon.
Keep middle of a jump.
My adjustment to the front definitely gave me a lot more grip. Now the car's not sliding out as much and I keep trying to turn too soon.
Left. Into 4 right long. Tightens of a crest. Into 4 left long.
Slides so nice around those hairpins now. I just gotta get used to the car in general. It should be good.
60 over crest. 3 right. Tightens of a crest. 4 left. 4 right, 2 left tightens.
Oh, too much.
And 4 right.
I was getting too confident, too cocky in how the car was driving. Threw it way too hard for that.
Into turn, 2 left tightens. Opens of a jump. Into 3 right long. Caution 30, turn 6 right. 4 left of a crest downhill. Slow, keep left of 80, turn square right. opens 6 long. Into
Same thing, I
3
turned in
long.
way too sharp and
Tightens 2
into the
over
corner.
crest.
Gotta learn to get used to how well this car turns in now. It's kind of crazy.
100.
I can't believe the setup by default is that bad for this thing.
Into 5 left. 4 right. 2
Flip the
left
wall
long
a little bit.
tightens. Into 6 right. 80.
Oh, too much. It overcomes traction like so abruptly
3 right of a crest.
and gains wheel speed so
60.
fast, it's
Keep
ridiculous.
middle of a crest. And
Once again,
4
I
right.
think it might be a little bit to do with just being a
Keep
5-speed
right to a
transmission
70. 6
and
left
how
of a
long
crest.
each
Into
gear is
3
compared
right
to
long.
6-speed
Tightens
cars.
don't cut. 60 over finish to stop. Well done.
If we actually ended up gaining any more places off that, I'll be a little surprised. Although I probably really shouldn't be, considering we moved up on the last stage and I definitely made more mistakes there. I think we moved up a little bit. Not much. We haven't really lost a ton of time, honestly. And like fallen back much more whatsoever behind the actual... I wouldn't be a record holder because I'm sure somebody's been faster, but the leader for this weekly challenge. So I think we were like 4 minutes behind in that first stage. We haven't really fallen a whole lot further behind than that, which is a little bit crazy, honestly. Normally, as it progresses, I cannot talk at all at this point. I'm getting so like out of it and tired. Normally, as I progress, though, like I tend to drop back behind the fastest person by about 20-ish, 30 seconds, depending on how like good I am and how much knowledge I have of a stage. So by us not losing like any time really over the last couple and only being 4.5 minutes roughly behind the leader now, and we started off at 4 minutes in the first stage, is really good. If I could have just got the car sorted out a little bit earlier and got used to it and probably changed the wheel to 540 degrees rotation sooner, probably would be in a lot better position than we are right now.
Starts 50, 3 right of a crest on, tightens into 4 left, tightens turn square left. Good luck.
Okay, I actually do know this stage decently well. Let's see if my brain will cooperate and actually like let me use that knowledge of the stage to my advantage, and hopefully I don't just like blank out through most of it like I did in the last one.
50, 3 right of a crest long, tightens into 4 left, tightens turn square left. Keep right of a 60, 2 left of a crest, tightens.
That is the first time I've ever gone too... Oh god.
3 right of a crest.
Okay, at least we didn't damage the car. Talking over my co-driver again. But that is literally...
Into 5 left. And 2 right long, tightens.
Come on, I just don't want the penalty.
Into 3 left.
The first time on that hairpin, I have not gone wide on it. Okay, just need a little bit of momentum. Probably still was better off than if we would have took the penalty.
And keep right of a bump into 4 left long, opens over 60. Into 6 left of a crest, 2 right tightens, don't cut. Into 3 left long.
Oh my god, like the whole nose of the car was hanging off the edge on that one. I do not know how I kept going around like that.
Right.
I'm gonna have to look back at the replay and see how far I was actually off that, because I swear both tires were completely off the edge.
To keep right of a jump, into 3 left long, opens of a crest, and keep right, into 4 left of a crest, 30 over bumps, 4 left long, to keep right of a 30, 5 left, 5 right of a bumps, 5 left of a jump, 5 right long, opens of a crest, back camber, into 4 left long of a crest, 50, 3 left, tightens of a crest, don't cut, into 6 right, and 6 left through narrow gate, 30, 4 left of a crest, into 4
Oh
right,
my
tightens
god, I
of a
thought
crest
we were
through
going
gate.
straight to the ham gate.
5 left of a crest, into 5 right of a jump, into 3 left long. 30, 4 left long of a crest, into 5 right of a crest, into 4 left, into 4 right of a jump, into 6 left, 170 over bumps.
Oh my god, don't go off the edge.
Into 4 right, keep in of a crest jump.
Straighten out, come on, there we go.
Into 4 left, opens of a crest, keep left of it.
Yeah, I got my heart beating a little bit.
4 right long, tightens 3, don't cut. Keep left of a 30, 4 right of a bump. Into slow, 4 left through logs, 30, turn square left. 30, 4 right, opens of a crest long, tightens turn, hairpin right. Into 6 left of a crest.
Should have stayed in first, I didn't realize it was that
turn,
right in the corner.
3 left long, opens of a crest, back camber. 6 right of a crest and turn square right through gate. 60. Crest, into 5 right of a jump. Into 3 left long, tightens of a crest. Into 5 right long, tightens. Into 5 left. And 2 right long, tightens. Into 4 left, opens of a crest. 50 of a crest. 5 left.
This
60.
thing feels like it has just an insane amount of grip now. Like,
60.
before I had nowhere near enough grip to really even be able to drive reasonable. Now I have so much grip, I find myself like overturning into a corner or turning in way too soon because the car doesn't slide out like it used to. That's really insane how much of a difference that setup made. Ooh. I actually fell back almost a full minute on that somehow. What? There is no way. That stage was not that slow. Okay, whatever. Apparently I was. We didn't really move in position at all, though. I think we might have went up a couple. I swear we were a little lower than the or a little higher in the 1500s than that. That is so confusing to try to say, because if you say higher, like on screen, is what I was trying to say, but it's higher in terms of number. Oh yeah, I want to check out that replay real quick. I'll go ahead and get my webcam out of the way for you guys. Oh, I did lose a massive amount of time in that ditch trying to get the car out. I did not think about that. Probably a lot more time than I thought I lost. The game is like dead silent on the replay cam right there. Just barely, like, was out enough in that hairpin to get the car to actually go. And by the way, guys, it is honestly embarrassing how many times I've done that exact thing on this exact same corner and just not been ready for it and flown straight off the end of those trees. That's actually probably why I was able to get it slowed down and avoid doing too much damage with the car going into them. Here, you know what? I'm actually going to throw this back on screen. I want to see how long I was actually off track here in the woods. Okay, so 21 seconds. So, I basically spent 20 seconds in the ditch, add on a little bit for like just the amount of time lost from slowing down that much through there. Because you got to add a little time on from getting back from a dead stop up to speed on top of whatever time you actually had lost. So I really probably lost about 30-ish, 35 seconds probably around there. Because this is a pretty quick section through here, as long as you can carry enough speed through that corner where I went off. Maybe I would have been better off just taking the penalty. I did not realize it was taking me that long to get the car up out of the ditch. Hold on, I gotta go back and look at that really quick again. It looked like I just barely had enough room to actually get the car all the way through there with how sideways it was. Let's try to switch up camera angle here a little bit. See if I can't get a better look at it. Nope, it's gonna go behind the trees with that one. I guess we'll check out the follow cam. It's pretty close. The car is almost as long as the road is wide when you kick it sideways around that corner there. Oh, that was that corner right there I wanted to see. See if it gets a good angle from this side. Oh no, it cuts in way too much for the trees. I honestly think that the, like, cinematic cam, I guess you would call it, is the best view of that. Yeah, I had those rear tires real close on the edge there too. That's the one thing that's... Wow, I got the thing really sideways there for like no reason. I think that's where I started to lose it a little bit. The setup is definitely working though. I really like how this feels. If anybody feels like giving it a try, go ahead and feel free to go back and copy my settings over and even tweak them a little bit more. Oh, literally hanging off the edge there. But that's what I was getting ready to say, is that's one of the things that makes these well stages so like sketchy to do and just so difficult, is when you're pushing the car super hard, the stage is so narrow, it's so easy to get a tire off the edge, and because it's just like a slope all the way down, trees or logs on the side of the stage like through here, it's so easy to just really do some massive damage to the car. Or go flying off into the trees. It does make sort of some like really sick replay footage though, when you like drop one of the back tires off on the stage where it's sloping down the hill and the front end comes up and you're on like 3 wheels just really digging the car in, trying to get it back up there. That was actually really clean through that. That's probably one of the best like passes I've made through that section where that gate is. I love the way the Skoda sounds so much too. It's such an aggressive little car here in Dirt Rally. Ooh, I got super lucky on that. That could have easily just like spun me off and I would have went flying into the trees. Pretty nice run, I gotta say though. Definitely could have done without me going off in the trees for 20 seconds, but besides that, I managed to clean it up pretty well. Sorry about my voice being like scratchy and stuff, guys. It's super dry in my house. I really need a humidifier. And if you guys follow me at all normally on YouTube and are subscribed, you'll know for roughly 3 weeks now, basically everyone, being me, my daughters, and my wife, have been sick. My wife got over it a little bit faster. She's still kind of feeling a little bit icky and nasty. But me, my oldest daughter, and my youngest daughter just have not been able to get over it. We had the flu for like a week-ish straight, like a week and a half maybe. Started to feel a little bit better. Then immediately, me and my youngest daughter like got some sinus infection and a really nasty cough after getting rid of the flu. And me and her are both still trying to get it over it. My older daughter is actually still trying to get over it too, but she just didn't end up getting it back nearly as bad as me and my youngest did.
Four right long, open 60 over bumps, 6 left, into 5 right of a crest. Into 4 left long, tightens 2 over crest through the gate to water splash.
Okay, that's better than going to the fence. I saw the fence and I knew I was like way offline for that corner, so
tightens.
I just tried to bail
full
out.
left of a jump into don't cut. 1 right, very long, tightens. Into turn, tight hairpin left.
Just murder the flags, it's fine.
60. Keep middle of a crest and jump and water smash. 4 left through gate long.
I've really got to get some new gloves. I have a hole in the thumb of them, and whenever it slips over, it feels so weird. It really distracts me till I get it back in place.
Don't cut to the crest, 50. 6 right to keep middle of a crest, slow 100.
That was a Hail Mary of a turn right there. I literally just threw the car in as hard as I could. Counter steered and prayed it was going to work.
Into 5 left long, opens to crest, and 6 left long, into 4 right to keep in of a crest, opens 30 over bumps, to keep right of a jump into turn 2 left long.
I bet that was a nice three-wheel shot going over there. Definitely felt like the front end picked up and looked like it.
Into 6 right, 60. Keep middle of a crest and jump maybe, 170. 6 right of a jump.
I've also been trying to drive a lot more like show-offy and flamboyantly instead of trying to drive fast. Really has not helped my cause at all in terms of moving up the leaderboard.
To keep middle of a jump, 130 over bumps. Slow 4 right long, tightens 3 over crest. Into turn, hairpin left. Into 4 long.
I tried to get back on throttle fast enough to dig myself up before I ran into that light pole, whatever that was there.
Unseen, 2 right, immediate square left. 60 over crest, 3 right, tightens over crest.
Wow, that was super clean through there. I do not know how that worked out as well as it did.
2 left tightens. And
I hate this section so much at night. You cannot see any of what's coming.
tightens.
Oh well, it's not like I shortcutted it or anything. I'm positive that was slower than if I would have actually through it the right way.
Into 3 right long. Caution 30, turn 6 right. 4 left of a crest downhill. Slow, keep left over 80, turn square right. Opens 6 long. Into 3 left long. Opens, tightens 2 over crest. 4 right long over crest. Opens 100. 2 right long tightens. Into 5 left. 4 right. 2 left long tightens.
Oh my god, I thought I was going straight into the
Into
hill.
6 right. 80. 3 right to the crest. Logs. 60. Keep middle of crest. And 4 right. Keep right of a 70. 6 left of a crest. Into 3 right long. Tightens don't cut. 60. 5 right of a crest. To keep middle of a crest. 30. 6 right of a crest long, tightens 3. Into 2 left long, tightens 1. 6 right. Into 4 left long. Into 3 right of a crest long, tightens 50. 4 left of a crest, slow 30.
Just about managed to get it slowed down enough for that.
50. Turn unseen, 2 right long, tightens back camber, into 6 left. And
Oh my god, that is terrible camber.
Happy left. Opens. Into 4 left of a crest, into turn square right, don't cut. 30. 5 right, into 5 left. Into 6 right and don't cut, 3 left of a crest long, tightens, 150. 6 right long of a crest, tightens.
It's okay, that was
into
not
3
really what I
left,
intended
keep
to do.
middle of a
Really
jump.
intended to bounce the nose off there so it would keep me sliding out far enough.
Into 4 right of a dip.
Oh god,
Opens
go
of a
away
crest,
from the
60.
poles. Do not drive into
long,
them.
Into 6 left of a crest, bump. Into 4 right tightens.
So one of those moments where you just have to like make a last minute decision to try to actually make the corner and probably go straight into the poles, or just abandon ship and go up course wildly. Definitely think I made the right decision, because it seemed like I was going to go straight into it, especially at the speed I was carrying there.
30, 6 right through gate and jump into 5 left long, into 4 right, 40 through gate, 5 right, into 5 left, into 3 right of a crest long tightens, 50, 5 right long, opens of a crest, tightens, into 4 left of a crest and jump, opens and tightens, keep right of a bump into 5 left, 5 right, 6 left of a jump, into 4 right tightens, keep left of a crest jump, into 3 right tightens, into 5 left, into 4 right long tightens 2, keep left of a 30, keep middle of a jump into 4.
How do I make it through that with literally no issue, but I mess up on like really easy corners that are just fast. Oh, trees!
Jump into 5 left.
Not wasting 20 minutes or 20 seconds, not 20 minutes in the ditch this time.
And 3 right long tightens into 3 left.
Oh, I lost some lights. I just now realized how dark it was.
Into 5 right long tightens 4. Into 6 left. And 3 right long tightens and 3 left long tightens. Into 6 right of a crest. 40, 3 left long tightens, into 2 right long tightens.
Sorry guys, I just now remembered I never turned the wheel cam back on after that last stage.
Slow keep left of a 70.
Like, crossed my mind, I was like, well, I may as well pause so I can actually check my tablet.
And 2 left long.
Okay, I was praying he said right there, because when I'm talking for some reason I like literally completely block out what the driver's saying. I honestly like may as well not be able to hear him. And the crazy thing is I cannot hear myself talking over my noise canceling headset. All I can really hear is him in my ear, but like I have that like subconscious block for some reason. Okay, I gained almost 200 positions on that somehow. Really did not feel very fast either, to be completely honest there. Not sure how that worked out for me. Wow, I was so sideways there. No way I was going to recover from that. I'm going to check this replay out for just a second here. There was some real sketch moments on that. I really wish this game would just default back to the replay cams you have it set up. I think there's actually an option to set the default replay cam, and even setting it the way I want it, it still kind of just like resets itself usually. Oh, I swear I had changed that before. I did not know why it's back. Or why it was back onto mix. That was really clean through that. I don't think I could have been any tighter on the inside of that air vent at all. It's still like blowing my mind just how much grip this car has after that little bit of tuning I did to it now. And it's like a really controllable grip as long as you don't get too carried away on the throttle. Since the gears are a little bit longer, it's easy to break loose the wheels and just get wheel speed super high, and then you're just going to spin out. But as long as you can like really control the throttle pedal, it's super easy to put the car where you want it and be able to just like really snap the car back when you need it to. Left foot braking actually feels way more consistent too. That was actually a pretty nasty hit. Where did I actually hit it at? Oh, that was like directly in the door of the car, it looks like. See, I should be able to switch. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Usually we'll like slow-mo it. Oh yeah, directly in the co-driver's door. Oh, that looks so good. I like just looked back after setting my babe down and saw what section that was there. Let's get an overhead of that really quick. Oh, that's such a nice flick around there. You can really see what I was saying there too about how much you can like really control the car and flick it around. You just need to like actually have some stage knowledge, and what stage knowledge you have really pays off more in daytime, I've realized. I've noticed a lot of times if you do mostly the stages in the daytime, when you actually go to do them at night, it's almost like driving something completely new the first time, just because everything looks so massively different. Oh, that was so close to the edge there. Okay, I can kind of see now why I went up as many places I did. I did not think this run was like as solid overall as it is. Really felt like I was making way more mistakes than that. Might have to go and like splash a little bit of cool water on my face to kind of like refresh and wake me up enough here for this. It's going on almost 4:30 my time. Oh my gosh, no. Why did I say gosh? I have this set to 18 and up. I can say pretty much whatever I want. The ironic thing is I have an absolutely horrible mouth in like normal everyday life. I try not to around my kids, and I can usually do a fairly decent job of it. But even around them, I have a harder time than when I'm on camera on YouTube, not cussing. Or, yeah. Like on YouTube, I have the hardest time, even when I have like videos I know are restricted to age so I can cuss and stuff, even saying shit or something. And it's so bizarre to me that I have that issue. Because I've worked as a cook, a mechanic, and construction. Basically all the main jobs were, it's almost a job requirement to cuss and swear and tell dirty jokes and that type of thing. So literally growing up my whole life, my parents ran restaurants. I've been around that type of thing. And my sister, it rubbed off on her really bad too. She's just as bad as me, if not worse sometimes, when it comes to her mouth. But basically 28-ish years roughly that I can remember, well 27, being around all those obnoxious coffee drinkers and stuff in restaurants and around the kitchen staff and some of the places I've worked, I have definitely picked up the mouth of a sailor. So we did tires. I really feel like I can do a little bit better with the gearing, especially on this stage, because it does have a little bit higher speed corners. Let's bring second up just a touch. Give third 2 clicks, because first and second seem to mostly be like our really tight corner gears where we're sliding the car around. Third, you kind of want a little bit more of that low end torque, so you want a longer gear, because that's the one we're using to kind of like grip the car up and pull it out of corners when we're sliding. And honestly, I feel like fourth and fifth are probably just about perfect, but we can go ahead and bring fifth up just a little bit more so we have a higher top end in case we need it. And honestly, like the dampening and everything else, I don't want to even touch anymore because it feels great. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to mess that up. Definitely have done that a few times, like getting a car to where I really like it here in Dirt Rally, and then I'll be like, oh, let's tweak it just a little bit more, and it's just absolute garbage after that. I also have a horrible tendency to never save my setups too, so like when I get a good one, I almost always end up losing it and having to like refigure out the entire thing basically. Before we actually jump into this stage though, guys, I am going to take another quick break here just to kind of walk around a little bit, splash some water on my face like I said, and just take a quick bathroom break. Alright guys, sorry for that really long break there. I was just kind of working on tweaking a couple of my force feedback settings since I have the rotation changed a little bit, and while I was doing it I remembered the soft lock setting, so I went ahead and looked up to see what it was real quick, and go figure, it's the one that automatically adjusts the wheel rotation depending on the kind of car you're in. I swear when I first got the game, somewhere had told me that you're better off just turning that off for whatever reason. I don't think it like worked at first. It might have been buggy or something. But apparently now it is actually working right. So let's see if it actually works with me recalibrating it to 900 degrees of rotation. We should actually have 540 on this with soft lock enabled. I'm also really curious what like the slider soft lock setting actually does. If it's like how much force you have once you get to full lock in the car. Because I just left it at the stock 100 setting. Also went in and kind of adjusted the audio levels just a little bit to kind of clear up the noise from the rain and track surface a little bit so you could hear me, the co-driver, and the car a little bit clearer.
Middle of a crest 30. Good luck.
Oh, and also, I need my gloves for one. And also, I turned the co-driver calls on to be just a little bit earlier still. I'm adjusting to it, and it honestly feels like I'm better off having like a couple turns ahead being called to me. Sort of like about how the default is actually in WRCA.
2, 1, go. 30, middle of a crest 30, 6 right of a crest long, tightens 3. Into 2 left long, tightens 1. 6 right. Into 4 left long, into 3 right of a crest long, tightens.
Soft lock is
50.
definitely working. I definitely only have
Left of a
500
crest,
degrees
slow
of
30,
rotation.
Gate,
Oh,
turn 1 left.
come on, get out of the ditch. At least I managed not to really do any damage on the car on that one. That was super
50.
close.
Turn unseen, 2 right long, tightens bad camber, into 6 left, and slow, 5 right tightens, into turn heavy left.
Thumb slipping through the hole in my glove again.